Hey guys, this is Chris from Read Beer Drink Comics. This is a new segment that we're kind of testing out with my assistant here and videographer. Uh, this is basically a continuation of how I do the quick picks for the week, but I am going to go a little bit more on an extended review of the books. So I want to start with Marvel Comics first, and this should be with Inglorious X Force. I like this title. Uh, I do think it's running a little long now. It's a lot of action. The storyline's a little bit confusing. Um, However, I I'm still on the fence, but I do like it. It has my characters that I like. So it has Miss Marvel, it has Cable, it has Boom Boom, it has Daken in it, it has Archangel in it, which is one of my favorite characters from a long time from the Age of Apocalypse. Uh, so what I recommended, I would say yes. If you like the throwback characters, right? If not, if you're looking for a lot of the new X-Men characters, I would not recommend it for you. But that's just me. So now following is the Avengers Armageddon, right? You know what? I had a lot of great hopes for this book. A little disappointed, right? We have a guy that was supposedly the new Captain America, and when the regular Steve Rogers was frozen, but they retconned the whole story just to make this new Captain America, which turned out not to be Captain America. He got this box from the Ultimate Universe and got all these powers, and now he's taking on the Red Hulk, which the Red Hulk actually captured Latveria and called it New America. I really am disappointed by this book. I think it's just a whole bunch of stories combined, rehash from the past into trying to make something new, actually. So, honestly, guys, I'm really just buying this comic just to continue it through the end. But really, I don't think I suggest this one, okay? So, moving forward is Captain America. Actually, this Captain America book, I tell you, I love it. So, this is because Doctor Doom, and I'm sorry, I'm going to give a little spoilers here. So, I apologize for that. But this is the coming back to Doctor Doom. Steve Rogers got beat up by in Armageddon. He got beat up by Red Hulk, and he's in the hospital. He's in a coma, but really his spirit is in hell. So he runs into Doctor Doom, and now Doctor Doom and him are trying to dethrone Mephisto with a bunch of like good demons, right? I do like the storyline. I think it's very creative. It's something that I feel like Marvel does need to do more of. The artwork is sensational. So yeah, I definitely strongly recommend this book. Ah, and who's not a fan of a what if, right? This book right here is cool because it's if in this what if is if the Ultimate Universe won as opposed to the regular 616 universe. So it takes it from that perspective where you get to see a lot of the character development in a what if for the Ultimate Universe. I recommend it. This is a real cool comic. I mean, really cool. I like Symbi as a new character. Actually, Symbi, I believe, came out just recently in Amazing Spider-Man. It was when Amazing Spider-Man, uh, got punched into a different universe, something like that. And there was this little character, Symbi, which is actually a symbiote. And he's just funny, It's this is actually him going through our world, the 616 world, just causing chaos. At one point, again, spoilers, he makes himself into a beard for Ben Grimm, which is a thing, and it's hysterical. Then he moves up to his head, and then he becomes hair. It's just a really, really, really fun book, throwback to like when comic books were real comic books. So I highly recommend this. So now we're gonna move on to DC Comics, and I will say Green Lantern Corps, I gotta say, it's a real letdown. They have this whole storyline about Guy Gardner being like this, you know, pseudo priest that knows and is out there and feels all the emotional spectrum and is with the emotional spectrum animals, and then they try to combine and make now the Green Lantern Corps like a cop thing, and it's really, really like confusing, and it's like a big juxtaposition of different books. And again, it's like taking different stories, rehashing them, the best parts of them, and trying to make a good book, and it failed. So I really don't recommend this book. Now, this guy right here, I recommend. This is the Absolute Green Lantern. Okay, Absolute Green Lantern. Any Absolute comic right now for DC is kicking ass. I love the storylines. I love the new fresh perspectives. I love the fact that they take chances that the regular DC comics wouldn't take. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to give a lot of stuff away, but if you see Sinestro on the cover, I'm telling you, this is a must read. Um, any Absolute print is gold right now. Highly recommend. Again, what else can I say? Absolute Flash, same thing. Great storyline, fresh perspectives. Took the Rose Gallery and made them different, but at the same time, they feel like you've been reading them for a long time. This comic really is really good, and it takes it back to, I feel like, when Wally West was Wally West, right? When he was young, he really didn't know a lot about the Speed Force. But here, it's not really the Speed Force. It's a different type of force. It's the Still Force. So I would definitely highly recommend this book. I think it's really good. Oh, yeah. See, again, Absolute Catwoman. Catwoman #1 was amazing. Catwoman #2 is ridiculous. The way they introduced a new character. We have Batgirl in there, but Cassandra Cain. But she is ridiculously tough, kick-ass. The technology part, the way that they did her suit, the tail, everything, I think is great. The way they developed her character, it's different than the one that the regular Catwoman. So again, like, it's something that you guys have to read. I feel like they're taking a lot of, chances with these books, and they're like really hitting home runs. So I really do recommend these books. This guy right here was a disappointment. Deathstroke the Terminator. In the beginning, I'm a real big fan of Deathstroke the Terminator. Deadpool, which was actually created to make fun of Deathstroke. Big fan of him too. However, this book really is really confusing to me. Hard to follow. They try to make this an action book, and they're really trying hard at it, but I don't like it. The storyline sucks. They killed Winter Green, which is basically the guy that set up all his contracts, and his best friend. And now his, spoiler again, his ex-wife is the lady behind this, which I didn't even know he had an ex-wife. So I don't know. I feel like it's poorly written. I think that, they tried, but it's not working out. Superman Unlimited, right? I like this game. I really like this book. Jonathan Kent, which is Superman's son, becoming Tomorrow Man because he thought he rescued his younger version of himself from Ultraman, but it turns out that it's not really his younger version. It turns out that it's Ultraman's son, Ultra Boy, and the guy that discovers this is Batman. And then now we have Batman and Damian is fighting Ultra Boy with, blue kryptonite. It's great. Like, it's great. These are the books that I like because it takes it back to the old school. Action, fighting, storylines there, but you know what? It's more about the fun part of the comic book, right? It's not so, doesn't really have to be so in depth. It doesn't have to be so like, oh my God, the storyline. No, keep it simple, and this is working out. So kudos to the writer and kudos to the artist. This is amazing. And then we have Dark Knight. Actually, I just saw this book at the comic book store, and I decided to pick it up. It's an Elseworld book. I'm a very big D&D fan, so the fact that it's in a fantasy land where it's like knights and horses and wizards and goddesses, and it was just very appealing to me. I don't want to give too much away with this book, but I will say this is a real hit for DC, and I hope they continue doing these things. Okay, I recommend. Now, my favorite of all the books that I've actually stated today and showing you guys today is this book right here. It's Superman father of tomorrow. Okay, this is if Jor-El, instead of Kal-El, his son, Superman, landed on Earth and decided to um, give his technology to the world to try to make it better. But he faces a lot of issues when he sees that humanity, the greediness from humanity, the way that we want to use all the technology for war, and he's trying to control and showing us the best way to be as human beings, because he wanted us to be better than the Kryptonians. I don't want to give this away, but definitely I highly recommend this book. I think it's really great. Listen, guys, I don't know how many times you want to do this again. It's Teen Titans, New Titans, Titans with different characters. It's not working. You guys have to do better. You guys putting out this title, I don't get it. I don't see it. And honestly, how many times are you going to break up, Nightwing and Starfire? And how many times you're going to bring in Cyborg and do something technical with Cyborg? I mean, this is already done. It's been done. It's been rehashed. Yeah, I mean, I've been reading comic books since the 80s. I mean, come on, guys. We got to step it up. I don't recommend. So now what I really have to say is, I feel right now the most comic books that I'm reading, a lot of different titles that I'm reading are independent titles, like Image, like Valiant. There's a hacker title that I'm going to introduce here that I like very much. There's GoPro Productions, which is ridiculous, from Image. You have High Street, you have Red Coat, you have Rook Exodus. You have $1 Trillion Kid that just came out. They're finally doing a crossover between Halo and Hornsby, and you have the Rockefellers. It's an amazing. I want to say, like, it's an amazing stack of comic books that they're producing all the time. Image is doing great. Valiant is doing great. We have Mumra. We have we have Thundercats. We have Silverhawks. We have Mask. Cartoons that I grew up with that are now comic books that I'm reading and have, I'm enjoying the crap out of it. This goes to show that you don't really need a Superman. You don't really need a Captain America. You don't really need like characters that are cemented. You can just be creative, like with an 80s comic book character or 80s, cartoon character, make it into a comic and make it amazing. So again, this is Rob Liefeld, one of my favorite artists, and I believe he writes too now. And the creator of Deadpool. I've always been a fan of his Youngblood. When he started doing Youngblood again, I started picking it up, and I gotta say it's cool. I like it, and I bought the giant size Youngblood, which is really cool. It's got a couple of cool, like stuff like this. They don't do this anymore. Look at this. Come on, look at that spread. They don't do spreads like this anymore. And I like the fact that he's taking it back to the 90s. He still has that same art flow. I love it. So I do recommend this, okay? And then we have Gunslinger Spawn. Gunslinger Spawn. I like the storyline. I like the graphicness of the comic book itself. There's a lot of gore in it. And I like the fact that he's his own Spawn. He's not just like the regular Spawn. He's weaker than the regular Spawn, but he has 6 shooters. He tries to use his power limitedly, but uses weapons as well so that he can actually save the day, I guess, if you want to say. But I highly recommend. Terminal, I actually got this book, I want to say 2 days ago. I'm still kind of sitting on it. I feel it was pretty cool, but I have to get the next issue to see how it goes. But yeah, I recommend for now. I mean, what can you say? Dungeons and Dragons #1. I mean, if you're a D&D head and you like things like, you know, Ex Machina, Vox Machina, if you like things like Nine, you know, you're gonna love this. If you like playing D&D, definitely you're gonna like this or love it. So I highly recommend. This is pretty cool. This is actually from Dark Horse Comics. Dark Horse, good job. I really liked it. Oh, I've been a fan of this book. I picked a book up a long time ago in a dollar bin. Um, and I thought the character was great. Just like a vampire engineer type. And then I find out that Image is putting it out. I had to get it. I think this is the third issue, but I got the first issue through this third, and it's amazing. I think you guys really need to pick this up. Definitely pick for me. Highly recommend. Oh, and I talked about Mumra, The Ever Living. I mean, come on, Thundercats. This explains what happened on Third Earth, how he got his powers, how he got upset at his gods. So definitely you need to read this. There's a big surprise at the end of this issue. I would definitely get this, and I highly recommend. And this is actually issue number 4, so I would definitely get this. I would get it 1 through 4. I think that was great. Capes, honestly, Capes is kind of, it's okay. I'm trying to give it a shot. It's all right. I like it. The fact that they're basically saying like this is a consultant superhero company, so they have a night shift and a day shift, and they get paid to be a hero. So I think it's cool. I don't know. I'm on the fence. You guys tell me if you guys like it or not. Okay, so my pick overall for like, I want to say for the month, maybe even before that. I mean, I've been on Dork, like it's ridiculous. Dork is an amazing book. It's amazing. I don't know how high I can speak of it, but it's amazing, okay? I don't want to spoil things, but get it. Highly recommend. He's half dwarf, half orc, but fully dork. I mean, I just want to make sure I don't mispronounce his name, but yes, definitely. Brett Bean, holy cow, you're doing such a great job with this book. Please continue doing the same thing you're doing. It is working. I love the book. No, highly recommend. This is my pick of the month. The whole storyline. Get it. 1 through, right now, I believe 1 through 6. Get that. It's great. And actually, I just saw that they had the trade paperback, I think, for the first volume. So again, I'll just speak to these 2 at the same time. So this is the crossover, Halo and Horsebeam, Rockefellers. This is the first where the $1 trillion kid, it's actually looking for the Unbelievables, which is like what his parents were looking for, and now their parents are missing, so he's trying to find them. So he's visiting every single Unbelievable, and there's going to be a lot of them put out there right now. But yes, check this crossover out. It's amazing. I highly recommend. So that's actually, let me just look for this guy right here. This is a $1 trillion kid, right? This book, when I heard that Ghost Pro Productions was putting it out, kind of felt silly. I was like, it's a kid, he's a trillionaire, like whatever. No, let me tell you, this right here. If you guys remember Richie Rich, the cartoon, I feel like there's a big comparison here, and I think it's a pretty amazing book. So you should check it out. Highly recommend. And like I said, it's a crossover now. So let's see. Okay. So this is from Bad Idea. I tell you right now, I bought the first issue. The first issue is great. It's basically this thing falls out from the sky, lands on the United States in a city, breaks everything apart. It starts transforming. It's a huge mech. Like, this guy's climbing up. People are trying to climb up this tower. and they're falling out, and it's basically transforms into this huge mech, and this guy gets in there and like now controls it, finds out that there's something else coming towards this world, towards our world, and he needs to defend it with this. This is Zero, issue 0. I would highly recommend it. Pick up all the issues. Bad idea, great idea. Literally, great idea. Final Boss. I'm only buying this honestly because I love the artwork, but the writing, I'm sorry, man. Like, this is a cross between Big Trouble in Little China and Mortal Kombat. So, you guys got to work on that story, but it's pretty good. The art's good. The story, eh. The Darkness is my second pick. I'm sorry, I said week, I meant the month or months. This book, Marc Silvestri, you're hitting it out the park. This is amazing. Highly recommend, guys. Highly recommend. I love it.
Pause.
This was I was talking about. Mask. Book is great. It reminded me I had the toys. I had the car transformed, and it had like doors used to fly. The guy had a mask, it had powers. This book encapsulates all that. It makes me reminisce of when I was a child. There was nostalgia behind it. Great job. Great job. Great job. And let me see. Yes, so this is actually Image as well. So Skybound. Amazing job, guys. Highly recommend. Now, this book right here is so amazing because it has to do with what I do. This book by Hacker, I believe is the company that produces the book. The future is, and it has explicit. I don't know what the explicit is supposed, but I read it as the future is shit, right? However, this book is about how the future evolved and how hacking and, social engineering and everything of that nature has evolved in the future. And there's this group of people that are hired and is basically to do like penetration testing on a whole different level. What I like about this book is that if you flip through the pages, they actually give you exercises to learn cybersecurity and to learn how to hack. Okay? I think that's an amazing concept. And I will say this would be like my third pick of the month. This is amazing, guys. Keep up the good work. And now, for my second to final one, I saw the movie. This is actually Masters of the Universe. I saw the movie yesterday on Amazon. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. The problem is that a lot of people didn't like the movie because they didn't have that nostalgia factor. That movie was aimed at people like me, like my wife, like people that knew about the references that they were throwing out. Dolph Lundgren making a cameo from the original 80s Masters of the Universe. That's what that was made for. If you didn't know about that stuff, I didn't think you were going to like the movie. But I love the movie. So I bought the comic book. This comic book continues right after the movie. Highly recommend this book. I think it was amazing. Keep it up, guys. And this is Dark Horse Comics. This is great. Now, I said already, real quick, Thunderhawks shout out. I think this is a great book. It combines the Silverhawks, the Thundercats in one. Give it a shot, guys. I think it's really great. Highly recommend. So for my final showing, and I want to say pick of the month or month-ish, is this right here. So back in my day, okay, there used to be something called Wizard Comic Magazine, or The Wizard, they used to call it. Before social media, before podcasting, it was a magazine which showed your favorite artists, favorite writers. You would get to ask them questions, Q&A, answers. They had a little bit like drawing or writing things, tutorials there. It was amazing, right? They had like, you could write in and talk about the comics that you liked. Now, this this one right here, which is just coming out, which is Comics the Magazine, right? I think it's a great idea. I think that this right here is a great idea. I want to tell you why, because it brings it back to a period of nostalgia for everybody. Well, for me. And for the kids out there now, they get to have something where they can collect. Maybe you never know. Maybe the first issue can be worth something. But anyway, my critiques on this is that there's way too many ads. I get it. You guys need to fund the book. But you guys got to put some more meat and potatoes in this. It's a little thin, right? And you guys are charging $2.99 for it. So I would really say, get more people to interview. Doesn't really have to be these high-end, writers or artists. Maybe some up-and-coming guys that you want to give an opportunity to. But definitely, you guys have to fill more of this book out, okay? But other than that, I think it's a great idea. Keep it coming. All right, guys? And that's a conclusion of me rating some of these books and giving my opinion on some of these books. I do want to say one thing. I think the comic industry right now is kind of facing a dilemma when it comes to covers, right? Okay, so you have your foil covers, right? Paying like $7.99, $9, $10 for the foil cover. And then all of a sudden, I go to Midtown Comics and they have their own version of the foil cover. And then I go to A&S Comics and they have their own version of the foil cover. And now you have like 20, 30 versions of foil covers. And people are buying foil covers thinking they're worth money. And I think that's a big dilemma there. There's a big problem. I feel like, yes, this is going back to the 90s where there was like different covers for everything, like the holographic cover, this. Guys, cut it out. You know what? You guys are doing it grassroots. You guys are making something amazing. Keep at it. Stop doing the whole comic stuff, the whole foil stuff, the whole thing. That's going to be bad for business. It's people are buying comic books not for just to read the comic or to appreciate the artwork, but because the question is this going to be worth? Is this going to be worth money? I'm only going to buy these comics because I feel like they're going to be worth money. But what happens is people are going to buy all these foil covers, and it's going to bring the value down of these foil covers. So there you go. That's just my 2 cents. All right. So again, this is Chris from Read Beer Drink Comics signing off. Have an amazing day.